I think the biggest single difference is when Tony Blair was elected, growth was 4.5%, which meant that he could be very cautious, and Labour were very, very cautious in their first term, but still stick money into public services because you had that growth. Growth now, we were celebrating this morning because growth was 0.4%.
Yeah, great triumph for the new Labour government. It retrospectively raised the level of
strong growth. And I was thinking the word strong has changed meaning. So I think that is the biggest single fundamental difference between the two.
Kate?
I think the similarity between the two is that they're both incredibly lucky generals. And Tony Blair was just an incredibly lucky leader. I know you're going to tell me how talented he was. You're going to tell me what a great government it was. But he also was quite lucky. The economy was already turning around in 1996, and he rode that wave very successfully.
Yeah.
Now, whatever you say about Rishi Sunak, rightly or wrongly, he has actually spent a lot of the last year trying to solve a lot of problems, because as a technocrat, he thought that he would get rewarded for that and that the voters would love him. He was wrong about that, but he has solved some of the problems for Keir Starmer. And also I think the economy is also going to be turning around, and things like this will be seen as entirely things that Keir Starmer has done, and so he'll be quite lucky that way.
Andy, you had a front row seat in the Blair government.
Yeah, and I remember 97 very well, and it just doesn't feel like that, even though the result of the majority is the same under Keir Starmer. It feels very different. And even talking to Labour people, there isn't the euphoria there was in 1997. I think they know that they've got a much tougher challenges ahead because of the economy, and as Anand has said, and it all goes back to that. And I think they will have to do one thing which Tony Blair did do, which is to make the case for investment in public services. There's not going to be enough money to rebuild public services. And so I think that later in the first term, they'll have to do what Blair did and Gordon Brown did in the New Labour second term, which was